crash. Shamil Heskey's out.
Oh, there's been a massive.
Shamil Heskey has no wings. Crazy.
Oh, that's a shame, but that does mean that TR Devout is leading the race.
Thomas MB second and EVR first and third. So Ferrari's had a great start. And I think
he's down and without a front wing. This is going to be a horrible race for him. As Thomas MB gains time.
Tom is all over Devout right now. I think that he may look for a move for his first lap.
Yeah, that would be the smart thing to do, you see, is you're always going to want to make the first lap overtake, as that could change the race. But Heskey just looked like he got engulfed from the start.
Yeah, I saw that.
Couldn't do anything about it.
I think he may have got too much wheel spin, and as that happened, he just spun it and hit someone. I'm not entirely sure, I can see it.
Can you...
Yep. Yep. Yep, got it. Alright, done. Anyway, Devout's actually pulled out a bit of a gap coming out towards the first one.
He has, but as they're coming to braking, Thomas MB just way more confident under the brakes. Devout going a little bit, and Heskey, oh, just to add to his woes, it's 5-second stop go for speeding in the pit lane.
His race is almost over. What a shame. He was definitely a contender for a win, but what a shame. Anfield Cop in as well, Malta in as well, Ben in as well, Rampage in as well. So 12 to 18 have all pit, and then the top 12 are still the only ones out there right now who have not pit yet. And the front three are only separated by 1 second. Tom looking for a move. He's thought better of it. Me? Sorry, what?
Is everything alright? What's going on?
What's wrong, Mundo?
All good, all good, all good.
I'm so confused. What? Oh, right. Yeah. I was in Bros last mode. So Fredster's actually gone fastest here. As Hot Dog... Thomas MB is chasing down Devout. So TR have actually had a really good and bad start right now. Malta, unfortunately, getting affected. But Devout doing really well here to hold on to this lead. As the two Ferraris now hunting him down. Oh, and is that... Wait, I think I just... Oh, John's lost it in the first corner. And Adam moves up to 4th place now.
Yes, but Adam had a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting.
And he's letting back through as well, so I think it was an illegal overtake.
Yeah.
And Devout, got a big slide there.
Yeah, he's pulling out a gap though. He's 7/10 ahead on my commentator screen.
Yep. Julian VP got a 5-second stop go penalty.
I hope the weather clears up.
Yeah, that would make a very interesting strategy. Oh, and Tom is down. He's brought it down to 4/10 in Ascari. Down to 3/10 now. He's really close.
Clearly. Oh, he's really closed in here. It's really, the gap is really down, but it just looked like Devout got a lot more grip coming out of there as they come down the main straight. Will the championship leader go for the move? Will the championship leader go for a move? Will he go down the inside? Will he dive bomb?
He definitely isn't close enough.
Thinks about it. He might look for it.
Much better on the brakes though. You can see the way he's turning. You can. Oh, your voice lagged. Do you want to repeat that?
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of lag here at the moment.
And Fredster is sitting in third. He is waiting. He is just in the background waiting. I reckon he's waiting for an incident. And as soon as they collide, or as soon as one of them makes a mistake, he'll just slide on through and take that lead.
Yeah, well, we know Fredster is quite a determined driver and might go for a move to possibly please the Ferrari home crowd as devout. Oh, he goes
Fredster.
wide.
Fredster's actually made a mistake. Oh, and John's made a mistake as well in the background. Crazy. So people are struggling at that corner, at the Lesmos. And Tom is really close now. I think he'll make the move this lap. Then again, Devout has got a really good run through there. Devout's nearly spun it.
Devout lost the back end there. Thomas MB is going to try and dive it down the inside.
Thinks better of it. He's going to do it into the first corner.
As they come towards Curva Parabolica, we know Devout does like to get a lot of grip coming out of here, but I don't think it's enough this time, and I think it's just going to be a case of who doesn't lock up and who does lock up. It's Devout defending.
We've seen Tom is a lot better on the brakes,
come down
so
to the first corner.
Going to be close.
And the championship
he's
leader
going around the outside.
What
a move!
Switched to the inside.
Oh, there was a little bit of contact there.
Oh, and TR.
Devout now looking to try and get another run on him. Can he do it down to the second chicane? He's looking at the outside. Tom knows that it is very hard to go around the outside here. Devout's going to try it though.
Oh goodness me, this is going to be great.
And he's gone around the outside and he gets the position straight back. Great battle going on here. Fredster is caught right back up.
Devout, this kid has just got no fear. He doesn't care if he's messing with the championship leader. He doesn't care if he's messing with the people at the back. He doesn't care who he's messing. There is one thing we know though. Thomas MB might not be happy about this because it's costing him time to Fredster. As Fredster gets a lovely run out of there, he might try Thomas coming down to the Curva Parabolica. He's got the slipstream. He's moving out of the spray. He's moving back in.
He's waiting.
I don't think he was close enough.
The thing is, can Tom get a good enough run? I think he will. It's going to be interesting. Hot Dog actually got a much better run through there than Fredster. I think this is the run that Hot Dog was looking for. Last lap, they stayed side by side a bit too long and it made the move harder to make. If Tom can get to the inside now, which is what he's doing, oh, he's just not close enough. Very, very close though.
Yeah, but Devout's going to get a
Devout's got wheel spin.
Good exit because he was on the outside. Yeah, Devout got a little bit of a grippier exit, but Thomas MB got a much grippier exit as they come down towards the second turn of the Rogia. It seems that Thomas MB might try to go to the outside, maybe switch to the inside. No, he's sticking behind still.
I think that they are getting a little bit held up here because Devout can sort of set the pace, can't he? He can control how fast he wants them to go. And oh, Thomas has spun it. Sorry, what's happened there? I think there's been a lag incident.
There's been a spin. Thomas got tagged.
Yeah,
Thomas
I think
got
Fred's
tagged
lagged into him.
Fredster.
Yeah. Ooh, he's not going to be happy with that.
Thomas is not going to be happy about that.
He's going to be really angry about that. That is another race now that Fredster has claimed someone. Unless it wasn't lag, I'm not going to jump to conclusions. But if it was, then that will be a real shame for Tom. Now we just have to go back to the front fight because it is still continuing. Fredster versus TR Devout now. And there goes our battle.
Slightly outbraked himself and went into the back of Tom. There was no lag really involved there. I mean, it could have been a lag incident that and I might not have been looking properly, but it was Devout moving back to the racing line. EVR Fredster braking much later. As Thomas now trying to get Adam Lee.
You should get him on the straight. Oh, no, sorry, what am I on about? That's a bit too far back. That is very strange, though. Tom really had a shot there for the lead. I don't think he'll be too happy about that. But anyway, now Fredster is closing up to Devout. So I do think that they were getting held up a little bit. And Tom just got a time penalty as well. So stuff is not
What's
going
happening
well.
is he got a time penalty. He got a time penalty because I think he's frustrated at the moment and he's trying to make the car as quick as possible, trying to go over the curbs, and he's just gone over too much there and cut the corner, I'm afraid. As he goes on Adam Lee defends to the inside. That's one move, and I think Adam Lee let him through there.
Yeah.
Yeah, as
Adam
the
Lee knows
McLaren
they're not
going
in the
very
same
wide.
battle. Oh, he's going to get a run on Exploding Emerald now.
McLaren going very wide. He might. He's going to the outside at Parabolica. This could be an absolutely brilliant move. The championship leader is alongside the McLaren as they come down to Parabolica. He might go around the outside. He's going to get quite good grip on the exit, but the McLaren Honda of Exploding Emerald might try and get another
Great
exit.
move.
Yeah, he's done it.
Fredster goes faster.
Brilliant.
So Fredster's taking the lead. We missed it. EVR Fredster's taking the lead.
Devout might come back at him. We've seen Devout come back at him before.
He's got a bad exit. I think that might be it now.
I think that might be the race decided at the moment. It's such a shame that could have. Oh, he brakes very late coming into the chicane, mate.
Oh, he's gone straight on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Devout's gone for something. He's just tried to get a bit too close and tried to find a bit too much time, and in doing that, he's actually lost some. So Fredster's taken the lead. That's very interesting, because it shows that like the two Ferraris could be in a possible 1-2 right now. And I did think that they were getting held up, and I was waiting for the move, but now it's happened. One of them is in 4th and 8 seconds back. So such a shame that we've lost the battle with the Ferraris at their home turf. We're not going to get to see that. And
well, if you don't mind me just talking mechanical terms here. Of course, this year with the cars, there is something called dirty air, where if you are within 2 seconds of the car ahead, that turbulent air coming from the back of the car will throw you off course and lose you a lot of grip. So Devout is losing time at the moment because probably of that dirty air.
Good point. Maybe that's why maybe that's why Thomas and Fredster were struggling to get a good move done on Devout that could stick. They were just in that dirty air. They just couldn't get close enough, you know, through the corners. And right now, Tom's actually under attack from Emerald. Oh, but Emerald's got a bad exit.
Now, Anton Beacon on Vapid Coupe. We've got to watch this. Anton Beacon and Vapid Coupe.
Both very aggressive drivers.
Coming towards the Roger.
He's not going to try the outside.
And Anton Beacon might try to go around the outside. Vapid Coupe won't leave him much room. He's going to try it. Oh, Vapid Coupe did not leave him much room there.
I still think it was very fair, though. It was harsh, but it was very fair, and I don't think there was a lot more Vapid could have done there. Yeah. The battle's still on. Antip's still right with him, so I feel like definitely in one of these straights now. We've got 3 straights following each other. He'll definitely make the move. And they do have Bosley 3/10 behind as well, so we've got a freeway battle for 7th place here. Some solid points, all 3 of them looking to get some solid points here. Oh, but Bosley's gone off.
I don't know what the stewards will say about Vapid Coupe's driving there. That was a little bit. Wow,
Antip's lost it.
Loses the back end on the white line as SRL
Bosley
comes
what a
round
shame.
to go past him. What a shame. He was really, really in for 7th place right there, and he's just gone as TRL Malta retires. And it's been an accident.
He's lost his wing. Yeah. And Tielio's got a 3-second penalty. Could it be involved? Oh my goodness! Go look, spectate Tielio. There's about 4 cars in one little space, within like 3 seconds of each other. Tielio trying to go around the outside, not going to work, and he's off now as well.
And he's off. And Heskey making up positions. We haven't been watching Heskey that much, but Heskey's definitely making up positions. If you watch him, he's now 12th from losing his front wing and on the brink of losing the race.
And John is really close to Devout now, so Devout really isn't finding this race pace that he had in quali. He really needs to start stepping up his game, because otherwise he's just going to be dropping back and losing any chance of a win. Fredster's pulled out 3.3 seconds on him in 2 or 3 laps, so interesting to see that Ghazal definitely has the pace, but he can't seem to unleash it. And Hot Dog, Thomas MB is lurking in the background as well. So we can't rule him out
I was just about to say, if TR Devout keeps on falling, oh, that is a massive shame. Heskey with a 10-second time penalty, and he's off. Heskey's off. Heskey's off. He's spun it. He's lost his front end plate. Oh.
Ooh, that was close.
Oh.
And he's retired.
Tia Leo really.
So after a pole position, he's now retired from the race. We didn't really see what happened on the first lap, sorry, but yeah, absolutely crazy. This grid is really mixed. Yeah, I do feel very bad for him. Definitely
he's a good driver, but it seems that might have a battle here. John might try and make a move on Devout as they come down towards the first corner.
Interesting. These two haven't. I'm pretty sure these two haven't raced each other before.
Might be happy about that.
And Tom is going to be loving this right now because he can see them in the distance battling. That is just time that he can eat up. He is going to be going after both of these guys even harder now, pushing much harder than before, because he knows that as long as they're battling, he'll be catching.
Yeah, well, I'm looking on my timing screen at the moment, and it's less than a second the gap. This could easily be the end for Devout's post.
Well, he'll still be in third.
Yeah, but Devout, Thomas MB's lurking in the background, looking for an opening, and we know he's an experienced driver. We know he's a quick driver. I mean, he's not leading the championship for nothing here. So could he close in on Devout and take Devout as they come through Ascari?
I really think that if Tom can jump these guys, he might have a shot at going after Fredster, because Fredster, even though these guys are battling, hasn't really pulled a gap.
Sorry to interrupt you. John got a great exit coming out of Ascari as they now come to Parabolica. He's taken a much different line from Devout, and he's got a very good exit there. Devout snaking around. So
the gap has stayed virtually the same. I reckon he'll go for a move. Yeah.
Will John try and go for a move here? He might try and dive bomb it down the inside. He might do a Ricardo. I'm right gonna. He might try it.
He's done it.
Move down the inside.
Oh, there's contact
as they come through the first corner. There's
round the outside.
Shoving him wide. The Force Indians might shove him off the track here as they come. He's on the grass. John is on the grass as the Force Indians trying to give him room. He didn't give
went on the grass a little bit.
The first corner there.
He's gone really wide.
The now as they go on the inside here. Will he defend to the inside and try and take the position back? Yes, he will. But as they come through here,
driving, and he's gone deep.
Is he going to try around the outside?
Oh my goodness! John has got second place. And what a shame for Ghazal after all that, just trying to push it a bit too much, and that's really screwed him over there. And he's 8/10 back now. Oh, what a shame. Wait, Thomas is down to 7th.
Podium height. What's happened?
Tom's down to 7th. I didn't see. He's behind Exploding Emerald. He's behind that. He's behind that. No, I think he's either pit or he's bottled it. I'll have a look at the race director. Thomas has pitted. He's going to go for the undercut on Fredster. Ooh, this could be interesting.
This might be a very good idea.
I'm going to see if Fredster responds.
As they come and Tia Leo.
Fredster's responding.
I actually just realised. Is he?
Going to be interesting. I still think he'll have about a 4-second gap. John's continued, so he's going to try the overcut. Devout is in the pits. I reckon Tom might jump Devout here after that sketchy lap.
Stop, is it?
Very good stop from the Ferrari driver.
An alright pit stop, and so Devout is also in.
Right, let's see where Tom comes out. I think he will jump Devout.
Devout held up. Devout held up massively. Devout has been held up so much.
Tom's going to get him. Tom's got him. Yeah, so Tom is up to effective second place now.
Place.
Well, will he jump John though? Because they were about 1 second apart when. It's going to be close, isn't it? Whatever. And Fredster's just up the road as well. 6 seconds between Fredster and Tom. If Tom can unleash his pace, he'll catch him.
This could change massively.
So John has a very healthy lead though over Emerald. So I think this is just the battle for the podiums now. I think that there isn't really any other drivers that are sort of in this podium fight for me. Devout is 6 seconds off of Hot Dog. Thomas MB. So I'm not really sure if anyone else is going to be able to get involved. Fred's just pulled out a little bit of time on Hot Dog. Oh, Thomas MB, sorry. But will John pit?
Totally all right.
That is the question. I think he should. I think he shouldn't let this last too long. He is. Yeah, he's coming into the pits, so it'll be interesting to see where
he's coming into the pits. But Thomas MB is now coming out of Viscaris. He comes down to Parabolica. This could be close.
Is Vapid going to pit as well? And Antiv's actually caught back up to Vapid. Oh, and Antiv is holding up Fredster right now. This will be great for... And Antiv stayed out. Fredster versus Antiv.
As they come through, John on pit exit now.
I don't think
this is going to be close.
Fredster passed. Wait, where's Tom? Oh, nice. Just not going to get him. Just out of reach. So Devout, I think the only reason he got Devout is because of Devout's sloppy lap and his bad pit stop. But this is the top three now.
Close there, but no.
Beacon, is he going to try and stretch these tyres to... Maybe there's a dry patch coming up. We're not sure, but... It'll be interesting to see what he does here because he's still on the back of Fred. He might be using him as slipstream. And they have caught up to Fred a little bit, John and Thomas. 6.6 seconds between Tom and Fred now.
It does look like the rain is slightly lighting up.
Yeah.
Not at the end of the race. I mean, we're halfway through the race and... Unless a drastic weather change happens, it's not going to be dry. As Thomas MB is really... with Devout losing all podium chances.
You have to feel bad for Devout. He definitely had the pace, but you know, consistency is key to racing. And it's one thing to nail a pole position lap, and then one thing to actually get like a consistent race. I know from experience, especially in the Force India. In fact, like all my races this season, I seem to have the same problem. Just qualifying was fine, but consistency was the hardest thing, and that's one thing that Thomas and Fred are really good at. They're very consistent drivers. So it's going to be really interesting to see who comes out on top here. There's actually someone coming out of the pit lane right now. Are they going to affect Tom? Antfield caught.
We've got to look at other battles as well. I mean, it's nice to focus on one battle, but we do have to.
Well, that's the problem.
Other battles at the
there isn't
moment.
really any other battles right now. Yep.
Yeah, all good.
I think
a little bit of a.
Oh, Antiv's jumped Vapid, by the way. Antiv, he pit in and he's now come out ahead of Vapid Coot, even though he was 1 second behind him before the stops. That's interesting. And the two teammates are now 2.7 seconds. They've only been teammates for 2 races, so I wonder how this will play out. Will Ben just let him through, or will he put up a fight against Beacon, who is closing in quite quickly?
Yes, I mean, I also, you know, it's all about racecraft, to be honest. Defending, not defending, maybe. Going into a corner, you've got to try and make your car as wide as possible. I know from experience with driving karts, you know, with defending and racing and everything.
Yeah. So Tom is 1.5 now behind John. He isn't gaining as fast as I thought he would, but he is gaining very slightly. Fredster in that clean air, using it to his ability and just gunning it right now, hoping that Tom won't get past John. Oh, and Devout's actually set the fastest lap. Could he be back on pace? I think it's just a little. It's too much too late right now. Like I feel like he's just let it go a little bit. So it'll be interesting.
They're coming up to a lapped car. I think it might be Anfield Cop. Yeah. Anfield Cops is about to be lapped by Devout at the moment. As they come through
and
that
Anfield
corner.
Cops on straight on.
Anfield gone straight on through there. Devout, this could cost Devout a podium here, maybe. Anfield Cop has got to get out of the way as soon as possible. He has to pull to the side and let him past as soon as he gets those blue flags, or Devout will not be happy.
Now would be the best time. Is he pulling to the side? No, he's staying there. Anfield Cop is a very... Oh,
Yeah,
there you go.
he's
Just
doing it.
From experience, I know that Anfield Cop, he doesn't love to let people through to compromise zone race, but he is fair. It's just that he takes a little longer than a lot of back markers normally do. So I sort of expected that a little bit. Tom's actually falling off John now. John is gaining on Fredster, and Tom is falling off of him a little bit, which is very strange. I think Tom's just struggling to find that pace that especially the pad users seem to be finding.
Well, we may be looking at, you know, strategy here with tyres and everything. I mean, everyone by now has made at least one stop, apart from, strangely enough, SRL Rampage. If we look at him, he has not made a stop yet. I'm just checking with the detail at the moment. They're all on the inters.
Interesting. I can't think of what he's.
So
I can't think of why he hasn't stopped, because he's down in 13th, isn't he?
So tell us what you know about tyre strategy, Hyte, please. Tell us what's the people's mindset.
Just before I do that, Thomas has made a mistake, I think. He's dropped 3 seconds now to John, and Devout has caught up 2 seconds on him. I can't think of what else has happened in 1 lap's time. So that's interesting. I think Tom's just struggling for consistency right now, which is normally what he's known for, so very interesting. But yeah, tyre strategy. Sorry. I know you go on.
Sorry, no, honestly, you go on. That's my bad.
Politeness. But yeah, tyre strategy is very interesting. Like here, because we don't know from the commentators or viewers at home. We don't know whether it's going to get dry, which is a shame. I wish that was an option we could see. And Tom is ghosting. Oh, no, never mind. But yeah, that's something we don't see. So if it was to go dry now, I think that the top sort of people would just try and hang it out, you know, like try and make it to the end. Because it takes like 5 or 6 laps to go dry, and by that point it'll be lap 24. So I don't think anyone would actually pit unless it was going to cost them a lot of time. But if it isn't going to go dry, this is how it will be till the end of the race. No one will need to make any more stops. Tom's very good in his tyres, so pitting early probably won't affect him. John, well, I don't really know too much about John because I haven't actually seen him race yet. And Fredster's also good on his tyres, so he won't need to stop again. I think this may be the race, unless Tom makes another mistake and Devout is setting fastest laps. Yellow sector 3. Rampage has crashed or retired.
He's retired from the race. I sorry, I didn't see what happened, but he's certainly retired. As we have Devout, he did close a gap, but then he's kind of lost the gap now. Yeah,
he's lost the back end somewhere there, because as I was switching between him and Rampage, he was 3 and now he's 4 seconds back. So this is you know, I think we're in the sort of the dead zone of the race. This is just where everything is just settled now. But it will be interesting, because if there was contact between Fred and Thomas earlier in the race, maybe the stewards might issue a penalty. You know, you never know. Or Fred might have got a penalty from it. We do know Tom has a 3-second penalty, so if Devout doesn't have any, if he can get within that zone, then maybe Devout could get a podium. But I'll actually check right now who's got penalties. So, wow, wait, SRL Rampage and Atfield Cop jump started. Could that be what set the chain of crashes that happened after that? Maybe.
Well, you know, it's entirely possible. Of course, a jump start, 4 people jump started, the 2 Hasses and the 2 Saubers, and I did see Hasses and Saubers involved with the incident. But let's have a look. It looks like collision with Heskey coming down to turn 1, as did Exploding Emerald. As did anyone else.
I've just noticed here, 4 people have stop-goes for ignoring yellow flags. I reckon there might have been a lag incident. I can't think of any other reason why 4 people would get a stop-go for ignoring yellow flags. Someone has crashed, and they've all gone through, and the game has decided that they needed to let that person who's crashed back through, but he's way at the back, you know? So, there's a lot of people...
Devout 3-second time penalty.
Really? Okay.
Devout 3-second time penalty. Yeah.
The race is sort of done then, isn't it? unless one of them makes a mistake.
Unless Thomas MB makes a catastrophic mistake, then as he goes through here, there is a car just ahead. Is that a lapped car? Who's that? That might, yeah.
I've ever seen so many
Julian
penalties.
VP. Julian VP is slowly being caught by Devout, and he's going to want to let Devout past, or Devout's going to get very hot under the collar. It could prove fatal.
Fatal? Oh, I don't know if it's going to prove fatal. Oh, wait, someone's off. Telio. He has left. Telio's out. He's retired and he's left.
Yeah, I was just saying fatal. Compromising the race a little bit.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I meant.
Anfield Cop's really struggling here. This is why we haven't seen him at towards the midfield. He's normally in that midfield sort of margin, but he's really having a tough time on these wets. And Julian, yeah, I don't know. These guys all seem to be struggling. They're a lap down now, so their races are long over. But it's going to be interesting. Wait, Ben's down in 10th. Did he make a? Ben's made 2 stops. In fact, all of the... Everyone behind Ben has made 2 stops.
This is an interesting strategy, as SRL Bossley's in 9th place with Vapid Coup, Adam Lee and Antiv Beacon, as we are now at lap 21
Thomas
and 27.
MB has just set an absolute flyer. He's really going for it now. He's found 6/10 on John in the past 2 laps. This is really starting to heat up. I think he might be using the fire from the start of the race, and he's just going to be unleashing it all right now. All rich mix, everything. He's going to be going for it because he can't. Fred is probably one of the only people who can challenge him in the championship right now, and he can't let Fred get more that much more points than him, you know. And Devout's dropped off again, so that's a shame. They're about 3 seconds, and it's back down to 5 now. And then Emerald's had a pretty quiet race, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has had quite a quiet race at the moment. Nothing really happening apart from that little battle with Thomas MB when he came back at him. Antiv Beacon
and Adam Lee. Close. Do we think that...
Very close.
I think Antiv's just made the overtake. I don't remember Antiv being in 6th. I thought he was in 7th. So we might have had an overtake that we missed there. Sorry, guys.
Certainly.
Bossley and Vapid Coup.
I don't think so.
That's another battle happening. So we've got 2 battles sort of heating up here. Adam Lee versus Antiv and Bossley versus Vapid, and they are all within 4 seconds or 5 seconds of each other. So hopefully we get some battling here, because I know the stream for a while nothing was really happening. But hopefully we do get a bit of some we do get some battles. Bossley, all he needs to do is just hook up a nice run onto this back straight here, stay in the slipstream, and probably switch it up to rich mix. I'll see if he has. Well, too late. But yeah, hopefully he gets a good enough run out of the final corner, and we might get some battling here between Vapid and Bossley. Yeah. So Vapid got
Thomas
a bit of a
MB
exit.
really closing.
Yeah. Another 5/10 in that lap. Good point.
Sorry, just a quick question there. What did you say exit, please?
He's dropped another 5/10, by the way. He's dropped another.
Yeah, just talking about. You were talking about someone's exit.
Yeah, Vapid got a shaky exit onto the main straight. And Bossley.
I thought you said something else there. I was about.
Wait, sorry. What did you think I said?
A word that we can't repeat on this stream.
All right. Luckily, I didn't say anything bad, so. I thought I was pretty good at my swear words. Didn't say a single one. All right, but yeah, Bossley 7/10 behind Vapid now. Hopefully, there's a battle. And Adam Lee has now dropped 3 seconds in 1 lap to Antiv, so I really don't think he's going to be in any sort of battle with Antiv. I think Antiv's just too fast, really, at this stage of the race. But we could see Vapid and Bossley gain on Adam, hopefully, because it will just they might fight harder. It's a battle for 7th, effectively, if they can catch him. But I think Bossley's main problem right now is he just needs to find that line, that groove. Oh wait. He's right on. Okay, sorry. Right as I say that, he's all over the back of Vapid now. Do you want to take over?
Yes, of course I will. As we go, he's going to go down the inside. They come really close between them, and he's got it done down at the Parabolica, but that McCoop might come back at him here with the slipstream. This is going to be very, very interesting at the moment as they come down, but I don't think he's close enough. Yeah,
will he dive it?
Not close enough at all.
And is that Adam Lee just in front? No, it's Anfield Cop.
It might be. You've raced around Italy before, haven't you?
Yeah.
In leagues? Well,
yes.
Tell us what the driver's mindset is towards the end of the race.
Well, at this point of the race, you're just looking to, close it out. So, I think I've only ever done one league race here, and it was season 2 of SRL. And yeah, in qualifying there was some incident with me and someone else, and I got a 5-place grid penalty. But I managed to fight my way back up to second with like 4 or 5 laps to go, and then got into the lead. And your mindset at that point, when you're that close to the end, is just don't make any mistakes, don't corner cut, but you still want to push because it's the end of the race, and you just want to get everything that you can out of the car, like Devout is doing right now with flyer of a lap. But yeah, you really just want to try and get everything out of the car, but you have to sort of limit yourself. You have to hold yourself back from taking it too far, because as we've seen this race, Thomas MB, after the incident with Fredster, if there was any incident, sorry, he pushed it and he got a penalty. And like, you have to find that limit in between where you can be fast and clean, rather than like cutting corners, getting penalties, or spinning or crashing, And that was the hardest thing, especially at the end of a league race when you just want to just get it over and done with. Yeah, Anfield Cop's actually really holding up Bosley right now, which is
well, the gap's pretty much stayed. The gap's pretty much stayed the same.
Yeah, I think it's solidified now. John is just going to be trying to bring that car home. He'll be doing what every league racer does and just take it as clean as possible. And Thomas is going to be giving it everything, because if John has more than 2 penalties, Thomas will obviously jump him, and Tom is going to be trying to stay within that 3 seconds, which I think he can do quite comfortably at this point of the race with only 3 laps to go. But Fredster is controlled the race quite well, to be fair. He's lost about 1.5 seconds to John, actually a 2.6 now to John, but he's controlling the pace. He doesn't need to push. He's got a big enough gap. If I was him though, I would be pushing, because if the stewards decide there was an incident or something, if we get some clips afterwards, then that could be risky. Hopefully there wasn't an incident and Tom just made a mistake and Fredster can get his win, because he's been, he's deserved the win for a couple races now. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Fred's decided to do, because if they do issue a 5-second penalty or whatever, John's now pulled the gap down to 3.9, and John is absolutely flying right now. Actually, Thomas MB has dropped 0.5 to him on that lap alone, and Fredster's dropped 3 or 4 tenths to him. So interesting.
Yeah, well, we're nearing the final lap now. We've got about 2.5 laps to go, and unless there's a catastrophic mistake from EVR Fredster, touch wood, my commentator's cursed, won't come in there.
Sorry to interrupt. Antiv Beacon is 1.6 behind Emerald now, and Vapid is 4 tenths behind Bosley. I think we still have a fight on our hands here, especially with Antiv. He's just gained 4 tenths on Emerald in that sector alone. I reckon we're going to see another battle before the end here, which is great. Antiv Beacon now 5 tenths behind Emerald.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Thomas MB has got another 3-second time penalty, so that's 6 seconds added.
Antiv's looking for a move now as they come into the final corner. He's thought better of it. Emerald's going to be defending for his life right now. That 5th place, he's been there the whole race. He won't want Antiv to take it from him on the final couple laps. And it's going to come down to...
Beacon really... that is a...
Wow, how did he get such a good exit?
I don't know whether that was Emerald letting him...
Yeah, but Emerald's fighting back.
I don't know whether that was...
Sorry.
I don't know whether that was Emerald letting him past or not, because it looked way too...
Yeah, he didn't try and defend
way
at all,
too much
did he?
speed. but it was way too much speed.
Crazy. Oh, and Vapid and Bosley, sorry. Vapid's made the move, and he's made it stick, but will Bosley come back at him? Hopefully he does. With 2 laps to go, Bosley will not be happy with that. He'll be trying to get that position back. Definitely, because, you know, 2 laps to go. When you lose a position 2 laps to go, it hurts that much more, but he's actually gone straight on, and that's it.
Straight on through that, and that is just, there is no way he can attack Vapid now unless Vapid makes a massive mistake. As we've still got Thomas MB and John on our hands, but there's no way that that might happen as we enter the final lap now with EVR Fredster. This guy is just, there was a little incident there, but I
John's
think
really
he's
catching
done.
him. Like, really.
Yeah, but I think he's just.
That's enough though. Yeah. He's cruising at home now.
I think it's a big enough gap, but yeah, I am stunned by the performance of EVR Fredster today. I didn't think that he was going to get this win, but we never know. It could be a double Ferrari podium, which would be quite good.
Yeah, if John has, oh wait, has John just made a mistake? John's made a mistake. He's dropped 7 tenths to Fredster and 8 tenths now. And Thomas MB, sorry, is right back on him now. 1.5 on the final lap. This is really interesting. As they come down the back straight now, obviously no DRS. But
this could be interesting as they come to. Coming down towards Parabolica, EVR Fredster has driven one of the best races I've seen in quite a while. It's going to be so good. He comes around the final corner, his first win since Britain. He DNF'd in Hungary. He didn't start in Belgium. And EVR Fredster coming to the final corner and round the final corner and across the line to win. And he is ecstatic about that. And we'll see how the penalties affect it. John has got a podium, and that is really nice because
2nd place. GG.
I mean, John just did so well.
And Devout,
Devout
spinned it on the line. Ante Beacon in the end, good race from him, coming back to 5th after a shaky start, and Emerald. We've still got
Bosley around the outside of the final corner. Bosley.
Oh no, I'm missing it!
Trying to go around the outside of the
he's done it! He's done it!
So good.
What a move! What a move from Bosley!
Place on the final.
Go on, lad! Oh, I think he's got a penalty there. Oh, he had a penalty. Oh, still, what a move from Bosley! Insane. That was insane. I've never seen him drive that well, ever. And Ben has jumped Bosley and Adam to come home 8th. And as we close out the race now, the 2nd Force India crashes out, and that's 2 Force Indias parked on the main straight now.
We're going to be interviewing some happy drivers today.
You sure about Thomas MB? Might not be too happy.
Yeah, but certainly
John and Fredster will be very happy.
Fredster.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know whether Thomas will be, but we'll just have to see when we get back there. He'll be a gentleman. I know that for one.
Yeah. All right, interesting race. As most races go, very good start, sort of a dead middle, and then a very interesting end, especially with Bosley there. So yeah, it'll be interesting to hear what some of the drivers have to say as we see them on the podium now. Obviously, the 2 Ferrari drivers are very happy here at their home track. And Fredster lifts the winner's trophy. Spraying champagne on his teammate. They do a cool little bottle hit together. John joining in.
As they wave to the crowd.
The Italian fans, I'm not sure, would be that happy with John taking 2nd from Tom, but, you know.
Right, invite them in, Hyte.
All right.
And we have witnessed a really, really good race today, something that I was not expecting for the people. How good people can drive and how clean people are, and sometimes there is some lag, but it's going very well.
Please include your audio.
Yeah, folks, please include your audio in the stream so we can actually hear you. So, has everyone included their audio?
Yeah.
Okey-dokey. Well, I'll start off with Fredster. So, Fredster, you happy with the win today?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, it's a win. Win's a win.
Yeah, what happened coming into the Lesmo with you and Thomas?
I don't know. on my screen, he had a disconnected symbol, and then he spun around. I didn't touch him or anything.
Yeah, we understand. We were thinking it could have been a lag incident, but yeah, congratulations on the win. That was quite unexpected.
Thanks.
Hyte, you do, Thomas. Or
Okay.
John. Hyte, do John.
I'll just do both of them because John doesn't speak. All right.
Yeah, do
So
both of
yeah, just quickly, GG Fredster. And John, do you have a mic? Pretty sure you don't, but yeah. All right. So Tom, yeah, that was a shame. Obviously, I was hyping up the battle at the start because it was you, Fred, and Devout in like within the space of like 2 seconds. But obviously, lag incident. Was it what happened on your screen? Because obviously on Fredster's screen you got the disconnect symbol. So obviously that's not his fault on his screen. But yeah, what happened on your screen? The same thing, or you get a lag spike?
For me, Devout's car came flying back into mine, sent my car flying up in the air.
I'm
And I then
innocent.
spun out to the
Wait.
gravel. You
Fred-
actually weren't lagging, Fred.
Fred,
Your
Fred,
connection
I'm
was
just gonna
very
say,
good.
in the race, I questioned whether it was your internet. Just when you're watching the stream back, just take it with a pinch of salt. I didn't mean to. I just obviously from the past of like incidents and stuff, I instantly.
Yeah. That's why I'm a bit happy.
But yeah, so
That
yeah, that's
was
a
also
shame.
lagging for me.
Yeah, I think he had a little 4-bar, like the 4 little red bar thing, during the race as well. But yeah, good job, guys. Sorry for you, Tom. Obviously, I think you and Fred would have had a sick battle at the front, but lag, as usual, gets in the way of interesting races for some reason. That's just a curse on this tier. But yeah, like good races from both of you. Both drove really well. Yeah. Wolf, do you want to talk?
I just want to congratulate all three of you, really. That was a stunning drive from especially Fredster and John and Thomas. For you to come back through the field after that moment was very good, and thank you.
Alright, to say hi before you end. Monday, guys, I just want to say huge thank you to you, Hyte. Much appreciated last minute. As you may notice, I couldn't make it tonight due to personal reasons. So Hyte replaced me last minute, which was really appreciated. So yeah, thanks for those tuning in. Hopefully next week for round 14 of this F2 division, it'll be as usual with me and Dan. So that's at least the plan. OS tomorrow, that's where it all kicks off with the higher tiers. So watch out on Supreme Twitter account. There'll be plenty of action there at the Xbox One F1 tier at 7 p.m. UK on Twitch, and right after that PS4 F1 at 8:30 p.m. UK. So that's just it. I wanted to then. Otherwise, huge thank you to you guys for commentating, and then we'll see you tomorrow for
No problem.
the top tier streams.
Bye.
All right, see you.